this in from modernity, DC Police Union chairman accuses higher-ups of a massive crime cover-up. The chairman of the DC Police Union has accused higher-ups within the police department of massive fraud by way of hiding the true extent of DC crime stats. Gregg Pemberton asserts that senior officials were attending crime scenes and ordering officers, "Don't write that one down and don't add that to the list or put that down as a more minor offence." They respond to the scenes of these violent crimes and, inevitably, you'll have a captain or a commander show up on the scene and advise them to take a report for a lesser offence, he urged. Let's take a listen.
So, can you confirm for us that there have been police officers and detectives and members of law enforcement in D.C. who, on the scene of crimes, have been told, yeah, don't write that one down, or don't add that to the list, or put that down as a more minor offense?
Absolutely. That's one of the chief complaints of our members when we go around and talk to them, is that they respond to the scenes of these violent crimes, and inevitably you'll have a captain or a commander or sometimes a lieutenant show up on the scene and advise them to take a report for a lesser offense. One of the things that we see them do often is sometimes there'll be a shooting or a stabbing, and if the victim is uncooperative with the police, which is not uncommon in some areas of the city, they'll be directed to take an injured person to the hospital report, which is not even a crime at all. It's an incident report. Sometimes you'll have a robbery. It'll be reported as a theft. Other times you'll have burglaries that are reported as unlawful entry or thefts. This is something that's been, unfortunately, part and parcel of the police department for some time, and we're very skeptical that these crime stats are accurate.
Well, it appears that the Democrats running the city attempted to make the Capitol appear safe when in reality, crime and violence was out of control. So now the DOJ and US Attorney Pirro have officially launched a probe into the possible manipulation of DC crime data. Take a listen.
Welcome back. Breaking news. Fox News has confirmed the Justice Department is now investigating whether crime data in Washington, D.C. was manipulated to make it look lower. David Spunts at the DOJ this afternoon. David, what can you tell us about the investigation?
Well, hi, Jillian. Two sources briefed on the probe tell us that, yes, the Justice Department is investigating whether or not someone or multiple people may have manipulated crime data when it comes to Washington, D.C. crime statistics. This investigation is being run out of U.S. Attorney Jeanine Pirro's office here in D.C. Also, Maine DOJ, where I'm sitting now and speaking to you, also has a hand in this probe. Again, these are just allegations. President Trump mentioned something about it yesterday on Truth Social and said that there is an investigation underway. Then we were able to confirm that as well from two independent sources. I will note, if you go on the D.C. website, Jillian, it says violent crime is down 26% from what it was last year. But we asked, after seeing a report from a local affiliate here in Washington, D.C., that a police sergeant was put on leave. We asked, MPD said that they could not confirm the existence of an investigation, but not many other details other than to say right now there is a DOJ investigation into the possibility that some of that crime data was manipulated to make things look actually safer than it was.
Meanwhile, White House Press Secretary Karoline Leavitt revealed during a briefing that 465 arrests have been made since President Trump's operation in D.C. began. Leavitt noted that 52 criminals were arrested on Monday, including an MS-13 gang member. Charges included assault with a deadly weapon for stabbing, parole violation for robbery, murder, outstanding warrant for attempted murder, assault on federal law enforcement officer, and felony assault. Leavitt also noted that a total of 48 homeless encampments have also been removed thus far. AP reports that earlier this year, a Metropolitan Police Department commander suspected of manipulating crime data was placed on paid administrative leave. NBC Washington reported that Bowser told the television station last Tuesday that the city's police chief had concerns about one commander, investigated all 7 districts, and verified that the concern was with one person. Quote, "So we are completing that investigation and we don't believe it implicates many cases," the mayor added. Former interim U.S. Attorney Ed Martin, who was Pirro's predecessor and Trump's first pick to lead the office, said Washington's violent crime had decreased in the first 100 days since Trump returned to the White House in January. In an April 28 news release, Martin's office said that MPD data showed that violent crime had dropped by 25% since the start of 2025. Quote, "We are proving that strong enforcement and smart policies can make our communities safer," Martin said in the release. So there seems to be a slightly different perspective from the admin now and the former interim US attorney picked by the admin. Is crime down or not? We suppose we'll need to wait until evidence is presented by the administration as a result of these investigations. Ultimately, we shouldn't allow the government to just make claims without evidence, no matter who's in charge, especially when it leads to things like military in the streets. Nonetheless, people in DC are reporting they feel much safer now. Take a listen.
I feel safer. I do. It doesn't bother me at all. I just feel more military police presence there are. I just feel like I'm more inclined to be downtown more often than I usually am, especially in the evenings.
And if you take Metro bus, be aware you may see National Guard troops at the bus stops as well.
We'll let you know how this all pans out, and we'll be keeping a close eye on the developments of the investigation.